Hey my friends, it's Sam here, and in this video I'm going to explain to you what I think makes a great deal if you're looking for a vacation rental in Costa Rica. So full disclaimer, I did not really come up with these numbers, although I tend to agree with them very much. So little context, I have a friend down here who is an expert real estate investor. He's originally from Canada and his name is Francois. So shout out to Francois because he is one of the smartest human beings I've met. And he actually has bought a couple properties down here. So when he's looking for an investment property, he's looking for really two types of properties. One, a property that can make great cash flow. Two, a property that he can flip. So I won't get into the flipping part because I don't think a lot of people who are looking for an investment property down here necessarily wants to get into flipping. But if you do, you can absolutely ask some questions in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to help you with that. So let's talk about cash flowing vacation rentals. What kind of numbers are we looking for? Well, typically you're looking for a property that is between 300,000 to 500,000. Now, a couple things that you would want in that property for it to be performing at the highest it can is a pool is a must, whether that has a pool in its own backyard or access to a community pool. It gets pretty hot here, so you're definitely gonna want a pool. The next thing is people like being by the beach. I'm not talking about properties out in the mountains or in La Fortuna. Those are great, but if you're looking for something specifically for investing, it's best to be about 15 minutes tops away from the beach. And the reason for that is, well, a lot of people obviously like being by the beach, but typically those markets see the most amount of tourist traffic. And if you're doing a vacation rental and you want to get it rented out at a high price, at a high occupancy, you're gonna wanna be where most of the tourism is happening, because if there's no tourists in that market, then you're probably not really gonna get it rented out that much, are you? So 15 minutes away from the beach. Another thing you're gonna want to look for is this property are you able to possibly finance it? So there's a lot of properties here that you're gonna have to only pay cash, but there's some opportunities here that you can use seller financing. And typically you're gonna have to pay 50% up front, and it's gonna be over a 5-year term around an interest rate of 5 to 10%. I've seen really these be all over the place, but that's typically the one I see is about 50% up front. And you might be saying, wow, that's a lot, but back in Canada where I'm from, the average house price right now is around 700,000. So if you're buying a property for 300,000 and you only have to put 50% down, well, it's probably gonna be around the same down payment, more or less. So I wouldn't let that scare you away. I'd look at the property, analyze the numbers, and see if it's a good fit. Now, let's talk about cash flow. What would make a good cash flowing property? Well, you want to analyze the deal to see if you're making at least $1,000 to $2,000 a month after all expenses. That way you're bringing in enough to make it really worth it for you, because of course you're gonna have to put a bit of a higher down payment down here. Now, let's talk about appreciation. I find appreciation pretty hard to calculate here because it's hard to get really good comps. But with what Francois said is he typically focuses more on the cash flow because it's a little bit easier to calculate using tools like AirDNA. But he's looking at about like a 3% appreciation rate year after year. Anything more, so if he thinks he's gonna get 5%, that's really gravy, but he focuses on the cash flow. Now, another thing I would add is you kind of need to go with a gut feeling. Like, would you stay at this property? Does this property, really wow you when you look at the pictures? Do you think this is gonna perform good on Airbnb? If you're scrolling through Airbnb and you're seeing hundreds of properties, is this one gonna stand out? And if not, then it's probably not going to be a good property. So yeah, you can analyze the numbers all day, but it kind of needs to just have that, you kind of need that gut feeling to say, wow, you know what, this is going to make a great vacation rental. and then also verify by doing your research and analyzing the deal. So that's it from me today, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button. You can also ask me any questions you want in the comment section below. And if you want to talk to me directly or see how I can help you find the perfect property in Costa Rica, then look in the description and click the link there, and that will tell you everything you need to know. Anyways, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you have a good one, and Pura Vida, my friends.